In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a unique headphone mix so that the talent will be able to hear a mix in her headphones independent of the mix going to the main monitors by virtue of these channel strip levels. What I want to do is I want to assign another send to all the channel strips at once, so I can assign to multiple channel strips by virtue of just selecting all the channel strips that I want. I'm going to just drag across and select them all. And now when I make a send assignment, it'll happen on all of the channel strips at one go. I'm going to click hold here, go to bus, and go to bus 7. And now it's generated a bus send on all those selected channel strips to bus 7. I'm going to option click to default this to a unity send at 2 o'clock, so that by default, what's going to the headphones is the same as what's going to the main mix, which is generally a good starting point. But then I can customize the amount uniquely per channel strip by dialing more or less on each channel strip as the talent wants. Alright, so I set up a new send here going to bus 7, and we have our aux2 here with the phone's input set. I'm going to rename this phone mix. And this is going to control what's being sent to the headphones. Now right now this is going to stereo outputs, but what I want to do is I want to send this to another discrete separate pair of outputs on my audio interface that's being used to feed the headphones. So I'm going to go to output, and I'm going to go to output 1314. That's the headphone output on my Mo2 interface. Now watch what happens. When I assign that to the phone's output, another channel strip got set up. Automatically, an output channel strip got set up that's outputting to 13 and 14. Now we have several different types of channel strips going on in the project now, and I want to review what we have here. These first couple are audio channel strips for playing and recording audio on. Then we have some software instrument channel strips for the instruments that we've set up. And now we have some auxiliary channel strips, and these are used to manage the buses. So the bus inputs are arriving here and getting processed, in this case with reverb. And in this case, it's just being used as sort of a routing station to have it sent somewhere else. But these are auxiliary channel strips. And then we have output channel strips, and these have no sends on them. In fact, there's very little to actually set on them. They're by default hardwired already to the physical outputs on the interface, but they do have insert slots for plug-in processing. So now all of these sends are sending to this bus that's called phone mix, and they're arriving here by virtue of this bus input being set. I know I'm hammering this in, but it's important to understand this signal flow. And from here, the output is going to a unique physical output on my interface, output 1314, which I've named in my I/O labels as phones 1, 2. And now this new channel strip is set up to control this phone output, so I can control the master level of what's going to her headphones there or from there. So now when I get the singer in the studio, if she says she wants to hear more of herself or less of herself, all I need to do is dial more or less of that up, or if she wants more kick drum or more bass or whatever, I can control it uniquely there and not have it affect my main mix. And then her overall headphone level can be set there. Now there's one more thing I need to do in my signal routing here. I want to make sure she gets reverb in her headphones. Right now I have this reverb bus over here, and it's being sent to the stereo output, which is our main monitor outputs. So by virtue of dialing this up, we're going to hear reverb in the mains, but she's not going to be getting it in the headphones. So what I want to do is, on this reverb channel strip over here, the one that has the space designer, I want to set up a send there to go to the headphone bus. So I want to click at unity gain. And now let's follow the signal path. The singer is going to be recording on this channel strip, so level or signal will be reaching this channel strip. By virtue of this send, it'll be sent to bus 8. Bus 8 arrives at this auxiliary input here, where it continues to the main output. It's processed by reverb, and it's further getting sent to bus 7 here to go to the headphone bus. So the headphone bus is going to receive her dry signal from here, and also the wet signal from here. So she'll hear reverb in her headphones. Now I know this might seem convoluted, but it's important to understand all the signal routing if you're working with multiple inputs and output interfaces and you want to take advantage of all the routing possibilities. If you have a simple one-in or stereo in-out interface, you don't need to worry about any of this, and you can just set the headphones to mirror how your main mix works, and you can just set up a reverb send and not have to worry about anything else. But this is useful for having independent control over a headphone mix versus a main monitor mix. So that's it for now. The one last thing I want to show you in this video is how to record enable the track. I'm going to just scroll down here. What we need to do to get ready to record is record enable. You click this R button, and that puts it in a record ready mode. And you can do this in several different places. Let me click that off, and I'm going to close the mixer. You can record enable right here in the inspector, or you can do it with the R button in the track list, or you can do it by key command, and the default is Control R for record enable. Control R. It's an important key command to know because you'll probably be toggling it on and off frequently. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned. Next video, we're going to have the singer in the studio, and we're going to start recording some audio.